Today is going to be an incredibly useful day if you are someone who struggles with anxiety and you're trying to heal after trauma and abuse. We're going to be led through a tapping technique. It's emotional freedom technique of tapping that has actually been research backed to be shown to relieve stress and symptoms of PTSD. It also improves performance, reduces food cravings, help treats phobia, traumas, and other mental health related issues. And I'm super excited to be doing this with you today to lead you through, teach you actually how to use the emotional freedom technique called EFT tapping, EFT tapping. So let's talk a little bit about what is EFT tapping. Why does it work and where did it come from? And then I'm going to work through the steps that we're going to do together. I'm going to kind of walk you through how to do it, and then we'll actually do it together. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Dr. Kerry Kerr McAvoy, a licensed psychologist with over 20 years of counseling experience. And I'm also a narcissistic abuse survivor. So like you, I struggle with PTSD and I also have a history of anxiety. I've battled panic attacks in the past. And I would have said in college, I probably had a generalized anxiety disorder at the time. These days, anxiety, although you see me rubbing my hands, these days, anxiety doesn't tend to be terribly limiting, but it is a feature that I do struggle with. So I'm super excited to introduce EFT tapping with you today and to kind of talk about what is it and how to use it. So what is it? Well, roughly, it was around in the 1990s, there was a pioneer by the name of Kerry Kerr, along with the work of a psychologist, a clinical psychologist, Roger Callahan, who developed this technique that uses the spots or the sources of acupuncture without having to do something with needles, that something we can actually utilize ourselves at any point in time that we want to. And they found that when they did this tapping along a set of acupoints, that's what they call them, acupoints, that they're able to stimulate the natural opioids in our body, stimulate serotonin, also stimulate GABA, which is a neurotransmitter that has a calming effect. And they found that there's certain pressure points that tend to be more impactful. I think there's roughly 7 different ones, and that these spots have a high density of nerve endings that control heat and cold, and they also have a high concentration of white blood cells in these locations. So it's pretty incredible that this has been discovered, and so we're going to work through this together and learn how to use EFT tapping to help you with your PTSD symptoms, help you with your anxiety. Maybe it might help you with any other types of anxious issues that you might have, as well as mental health issues that you're going to have. I want to first teach you how to do it, and then we're going to do it together. And it's a round of 3. So I'm going to teach you the mechanism or the method to use, and then we'll do it 3 times. It's a cycle of 3 times. And then when we're done, I want to check in with you. Let's see what you thought. Let's see if you're feeling any better. We're going to actually have you rate how you're doing right now, and then we'll check in and rate again at the end to see if you're feeling better. And then once we kind of check in with each other and do that, I want to lead you, and I'm super excited about this. I want to lead you in a guided meditation that I call Releasing Pain and Embracing Joy. So that will be sort of the wrap up for today. And then we can talk at the end if there's time, take your questions, kind of talk about how this experience was for you. And then also talk about, if you like this and you want more of this, how can you have more of this? How can you have more of this led with me? So I'm super excited. So let's get into it. So what I want we're going to do this together. I want you to get into a comfortable position if you can, find a safe spot where you can relax and kind of, if you need to, shut your eyes. If you can, that you're going to be tapping, so someplace that you feel safe tapping yourself, that you're not going to feel self-conscious. So right now, I want you to sort of get into a location or into a place where you can do this and you can feel safe doing this. All right, I'm assuming that you guys have now moved into a place where you're feeling safe. And by the way, share this, like this right now to help drive up the audience here. That would be really, really helpful for me. Tap the screen for those of you who don't know how, or hit the heart button for me. I appreciate that. And be sure to follow me. I'd love to see more of you around on my content and be able to interact with you in different ways. Okay, so we're going to launch into EFT tapping. What I want you to do right now is identify an issue that's bothering you. So right now, what's been on your mind, kind of weighing heavy on you, that's bothering you? I want you to think of something. And think of a phrase, put it in a statement like, I'm worried about a challenge coming up, or maybe I don't know how to pay the bills, or I'm worried about some limit I need to set, or I'm afraid of whatever, or maybe I have a test to take tomorrow, or something. I want you to identify it, and you can put it in terms of worried, or I'm anxious, or I'm scared. Those are fine. There's no worries with you putting it in a very vulnerable way. So you've identified the issue. Okay. I'm going to say, I'm worried about a new program I'm rolling out. You've identified your issue. Now, I want you now to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, meaning 1, it doesn't bother you hardly at all, and 10 means it is just consuming you. It's on your mind constantly. So give whatever the worry you have a number on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I want you to set your intentions. And I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to use mine. I'm worried about a new program that I'm rolling out. So I'm going to say my intentions are to say this. I'm anxious about this new program that I'm rolling out, and I feel concerned about it, but I know that I'll be okay whatever happens, and that I'm deeply loved and accepted by myself. That's what I want you now to take your issue, and I want you to phrase it in a similar way. I'm scared about, or I feel bad about, or I'm worried about, whatever it is. And then you can even say a little bit more if you want to about it, why you're scared about it, or upset about it, or feeling bad about it. And then I want you to end it with saying, but I deeply love and accept myself. Okay? So that's the intention. And we're going to repeat this as we tap. We're going to repeat a long version of it when we tap our hand. And then we're going to repeat a short version of it. And a short version might be, I feel worried about this, or I feel scared about this. So I know it's like opposite of gratitude. We get really used to gratitude, like we have to phrase things in a positive way. It's okay to phrase this in a negative way. You don't need to phrase this in a positive way. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to tap several locations. I'm going to first identify where those locations are. We're going to circle through them. There's actually 10 locations. We're going to tap the side of our hand, the karate side of our hand. You can do it with 2 fingers, do it multiple fingers, or whatever. Now, we're not doing this yet. I'm just going to show you. Then we're going to tap the inside, right, your eyebrow, the inside of your eyebrow. Then we're going to tap the side of between the eyebrow, the eye, and the temple. We're going to tap this area. Then we're going to tap below your eye. And then we're going to tap below your nose. And this little divot right here, we're going to tap on your chin. Then we're going to tap this area right where this dips here with your collarbone. And then we're going to tap right about the bra line for women, but about 3 inches below your armpit for men. And then we're going to tap the crown of our head. And then we're going to go back to tapping the side of our hand. Okay, so that's a cycle we're going to make together. And we're going to tap each spot while we say these affirmations about 7 to 10 times. We're going to tap these areas while we make this affirmation. So, and we're going to do this 3 times through, and I'll stop each time and then we'll do it together. Okay, so are you ready for your intention? You identify what you're worried about, and you're going to end it with saying, but I completely accept and love myself. And then, and I've had you rate on a scale of how upset or distressed or worried you are. So we're going to start this together. Okay. So we're going to tap. We're going to say it while we're tapping this 7 to 10 times. I'm worried about, fill in the blank, but I completely accept and love myself. Now we're going to do the shorter version while we tap the inside of the eyebrow. I feel worried about the new, whatever it is. I just feel worried about it, or I feel scared about it. Now I want you to tap the side of your eye. I feel worried about whatever the issue is. Now underneath your eye, I feel worried about this issue. Now we're going to tap underneath our nose. I feel worried about this issue. On the chin, I feel worried about this issue. Now we're going to do the collarbone. I feel worried about this issue. Now we're going to do it under the armpit. I feel worried about this issue. And then I want you to top the top of your head. I feel worried about this issue. And now we're going to do a long version of the affirmation again on the side of a hand. I feel worried about this issue, but I completely love and accept myself. Okay, that's one round. Now, at the end of the round, you stop and check in with yourself. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is the feeling you have now? Has it changed? Maybe you feel a different feeling. Maybe the intensity of the feeling has changed. So I want you to sort of weigh in. I want you to weigh in again with yourself and sort of think through what it is how you're feeling about whatever the issue is. So right now, let's just check in with each other. Has how you felt about whatever it is you identified, has it shifted or changed? Maybe something new came up. Maybe the degree that you were feeling it has changed. So kind of just like check in. If that feeling has changed, I want you to adjust what you're saying to yourself for this second round. We're going to do the round again, and I want you to adjust. So maybe you're going to say, the person who said, I feel sad, maybe you're going to say, I'm feeling sad about, and then identify the issue, and then again, end it the way we ended it before. All right. So I want you, if the feeling has changed, then use the new feeling. Otherwise, I want you to use whatever feeling you had, but kind of notice if that intensity that you're experiencing, whatever the issue is different or not. So let's do this together. Are we ready? All right, we're going to start again. And remember, do the long affirmation at the beginning and the end. Long affirmation. I feel worried about rolling out a new program. I completely love and accept myself. Now you insert your own issue, okay? Then we're going to do the I. I feel anxious about this new program I'm rolling out, or whatever your problem is. All right. I feel worried about, and you fill in the blank with your problem. All right. Under the I feel stressed about or anxious about, and you fill in your problem. Now we're going to do under the nose. I feel worried about or concerned about or anxious about, and you fill in your problem. Now we're going to do it under the chin. I feel worried about or concerned about whatever your problem is. We're going to do the collarbone. I feel worried about, concerned about, or whatever your problem is. And then we're going to do under the armpit. I feel worried about or concerned about whatever your issue is. And then we do the long one again. I feel worried, anxious, or concerned about this issue. It's making me very worried. I completely love and deeply accept myself. Okay, that's round 2. Let's check in again with ourselves. Again, think of a scale, a rating of 1 to 10. Remember where you started. Many of you said it was a 9 or 10 when you started. Is it a 9 or 10 now that you've done the second time through? And has the feeling about whatever it is that you're concerned about, has it changed? Is it kind of a different kind of a feeling that you have now? So I want you to kind of check in with yourself. Yeah, so some of you are saying it's still a 9, others of you saying it's a 6 or 7. All right, that's good. And some of you saying I'm starting to feel lighter. We're going to do this one more round together. And again, if you're feeling about whatever the issue is changed, I want you to use the new words to describe the feeling you have as you move through it for the third time. And this will be our last time to go through this. Okay, so we're going to then do the same round, the same circle of 9 different points. We're going to do this again. Are you guys ready? We're going to start at the back of our hand with the long affirmation. I feel nervous about whatever it is that you're concerned about. I completely and deeply love and accept myself. Okay, we're going to do the corner of the eye. I'm feeling fear or scared or anxious about And then do it the corner of the eye, between the eye and the temple. I feel concerned or upset or concerned about issue, whatever issue is. We're going to do it below the eye. I feel fear or concern or anxiousness about. Underneath the no, I feel anxious about, and then you fill in the blank with your issue. Then do it under your chin at the divot. I feel anxious or concerned or scared about whatever the issue is. And we're going to do it at the collarbone. I feel fear or concern or have issues with, and whatever the issue is about. And then under the armpit, I feel anxious about, then fill in the blank. And then we'll do the long affirmation with your hand. I feel concerned or anxious about. I completely and deeply love and accept myself. All right, we just did the third round. All right, so let's talk about it. What did you think? I call this one releasing pain and embracing joy. And it is a closed eye meditation where we're going to do some guided imagery work together. And so I'm super excited about it. So I need you all to sort of get comfortable. I want you to kind of lean back into your chair and get comfortable. And put your hands into your laps or let them sit on your desk or whatever makes you feel comfortable. I want you to just sort of drop your shoulders and just feel like you can sort of focus on my voice. So I'm going to take a moment, let you guys get comfortable so you can focus on my voice. All right. We're just going to do one more meditation together, and then we'll do some talking and talk about whatever's been on your mind. All right. So, all right. I want you to take a deep exhale together with me. And I want you to inhale and hold it and exhale. And let your eyes close comfortably. And I want you to again inhale, hold it, and exhale. Just feel all the stress and tension releasing. And you let your eyes drift shut and feel your shoulders drop. And right now you're going to focus on my breath as you slowly inhale and hold it and exhale. And keep that pace of breaths, that nice slow pace of breaths up. As you inhale, hold it, and exhale. You may hear other sounds right now, but you're letting that go. You're right now focusing on my voice, focusing on this moment. You're giving yourself this space and this time to center on yourself. And you're inhaling, hold it, and exhaling. And inhaling, hold it, and exhaling. Imagine the pain in your life, the pain of your past, the pain from others. I want you to imagine the pain. It's a ball. It's a ball sitting in your lap. Look at the ball of pain. Notice what it looks like. Does it have color? What kind of exterior surface does it have? Is it animated or moving? What is its weight on your lap? I want you just to observe this pain. I want you to imagine that it's all balled up and it's sitting in your lap right now. Notice the texture of it and how it feels. Now imagine the ball is disappearing. Maybe it's lifting off your lap up into the air and floating away. Maybe it's rolling to the ground and rolling away. Maybe it's evaporating or popping. But right now your pain is dissipating. It's disappearing in front of your eyes. I want you to watch this process as it disappears. What does your lap feel like now that the pain ball has evaporated, disappeared, or dissipated? I want you to feel what it feels like to have watched it leave. Now imagine a new ball is coming towards you. You can see it. It's in the distance and it's coming towards you. It's full of hope and joy and love and light and truth and beauty. It's coming right now. It's coming right towards you, and it's coming into your hands. You see it in your hands. What does this ball look like? What color is it? What's the texture of the surface? What's the weight of it? What does it feel like? I want you to take that ball, and I want you to imagine yourself pressing it into your chest. Maybe you want to literally move your hands and then pull them to your chest as you pull that ball of light, joy, peace, hope, encouragement to your chest. I want you to bring that ball and let it soak into your body, soak into your heart, soak into yourself. Feel it move through your arms and your body. I want you to feel the way that it, like liquid, moves out to your limbs, out to the bottom of your fingers, out to the bottom of your feet, into the edges of your toes, as it fills you all the way to the crown of your top of your head. Feel this light and hope and joy and truth and beauty fill you. I want you to take another inhale again. Hold it and exhale. And another inhale. Hold it and exhale. This light, this ball of hope, this ball of joy, it's yours. It's yours. And this is a place that you can come back to whenever you need to remind yourself that this ball of hope, light, joy, and encouragement, support, peace lives and resides inside of you. Take another inhale in, hold it, and exhale. And you're coming to, I want you to wiggle your toes and your fingers, maybe you blink your eyes, and we're going to come back together. And let's talk about that. What was that experience like for you today? I have to say, I think that's one of my favorite ones. I really love that exercise, that guided imagery. I have taped this. This is now available. It's available to club members at academy level. So if that's something that you found interesting, that's another benefit. I will continue to make more tapes of this, do this in live streaming, but also make it's like a library of these types of guided breath works and guided meditations. I find them super helpful. I probably do this on a regular basis when I'm feeling kind of anxious or worked up. I'll sort of slow down my breathing. One of the meditations I want to create for the group is I want to do one where finding your safe space in your, creating an imaginary scenery or landscape and creating a safe space that you can go to whenever you're feeling upset. So that's one of the ones I'm going to be creating soon for the group in the club membership. So I'd love to have you guys join me there.